Do you ever feel like you care way too much about the opinions of other people? Or that you feel insecure because someone might say something negative? Whether that's a family member, a friend, a stranger, or even people online, like it's Susie Pants 42. If that's you, this video is gonna help you. Because in this video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw out how to get rid of that feeling, so that you can become your authentic self, so that you can do you without feeling that fear of rejection, without feeling that fear of I'm not gonna fit in. And spoiler alert, you're not supposed to be fitting in with everybody. So let's start here at the center, which is you. If you have experienced this feeling that you care way too much about other people's opinions, it basically feels like this. You've got all of these people around you that are taking shots at you, right? You have people from all around you that give their opinion. A lot of it is negativity. And basically it feels like they're shooting lasers at you. And so, as you can see from this masterful illustration, life can sometimes feel like you are in a starfight within Star Wars, where everybody is gunning for you. And it's like pew, 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 pew. Everyone is shooting their lasers of negativity, their lasers of opinions, their lasers of criticism right at you. And it feels like you're constantly having to dodge. Your insecurities take over, and it leads to a terrible spot where they're gonna hit you and you will feel worse and worse and worse about yourself. Now, the way to protect this is, first of all, let's say this is not the negativity you are looking for. So let's erase all of this, and I'm gonna give you the best way to actually deal with this. So, how do you deal with the negativity from the people around you, as well as from strangers online? And you do that through defining your core values and what is truly important to you. And basically what this does is it's gonna make a shield around you. Because when you know what you value most out of life and what it is that you want to achieve, it becomes very easy to shrug off everything else. So let me redraw this a little bit better and then share with you how this thing works. Let's say that you really want to have a happy family life. Have a wife, have a husband, have a couple of children. Are you going to take advice from your uncle who was divorced 17 times and is now paying half of his salary in alimony? Are you gonna take advice from that person? Of course not, right? Because this is your core defined field. This is your force field that's gonna protect you against the lasers. You have defined, I want the family life. Your uncle is over here. Your uncle is now shooting the lasers, but because you know what you value, and you know your uncle over here, he doesn't value those same things, that is gonna bounce right off here, and it's gonna just move away. Once you define what it is that truly resonates with you, and think about this in terms of your goals, as well as your actions and quality traits. So for example, if you are a vegan, that is who you define yourself as. If someone loves meat and tells you that you are insane for eating vegan, guess what? That person is over here. And that opinion is just gonna bounce right off. The reverse is also true. If someone who is vegan tells me that my way of eating is wrong, I'm just gonna laugh at them. It is not even gonna register. And in this way, I have shrugged off things like someone telling me to go kill myself, I have shrugged off things where people call me all sorts of different names because I have a different opinion. And I even laugh at those situations. Literally. People are cursing me out. People are telling me how stupid I am for saying something. And I am sitting there just looking at the screen like, this is funny. This is hilarious. Because I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I know what I don't stand for. And when people who value the things that I absolutely do not fuck with are attacking me, they are outside of this box. So to give you one more example of when you should actually care a lot about what people think, is let's go back to that example where you want to have this solid family life. Maybe your parents have been happily married for 30 years and are still noticeably, truly in love with each other. That person would be somewhere here. Their core values of what they want to get out of life align with your vision. If they value the same thing that your divorced uncle would say, now you're going to accept it. Because it comes from someone who shares the same values. It comes from someone who wants the same things and who has proven that their way of thinking actually works. So likewise, if you value personal discipline, if you value someone who takes care of their health, their body, and now someone over here, this person is someone who is way out of shape, who never exercises, who doesn't have an ounce of discipline, and tells you that your opinion sucks, that you are a terrible person, you are going to laugh at that. Because you know, this is who I am. This is what I stand for. This person over here, their best thinking got them to the stage of life where they are at today. So why the fuck do you still care what they think about you? Once you get this foundation in place, and let me give you a couple of questions to think about. Once you get that in place, nothing else is truly going to bother you. You will have a shield around you, a shield generator that's gonna keep this negativity out. So how do you get clear on what this shield should be? What your core values would be in life? And so that's a topic I can talk about for hours, which by the way I do in my course, Transformational Confidence. If you want to learn more about that, I'm giving away a free 3-day bootcamp where I'm giving away the best strategies for building real confidence that took me over a decade to learn. You are going to get them for free in just 3 days when you click the link below this video or go to michaelmichiels.com/confidence. So with that said, think about this. Your children or your future children, what qualities, what ways of thinking and what values would you want them to have in order to live a healthy, happy and successful life? That's one question. So think about your future children. That's one thing. Another thing is if you were to spend every waking moment with one person. It's your personal assistant. They're going to help you with everything and they're going to be there from the moment you wake up until the moment you go to sleep at night. What kind of person would you want that to be? What would they value in terms of their character traits? For example, things like honesty, integrity, openness, discipline, being hardworking, but also in terms of their actions as what they do and what they do not do. So for example, you would say someone is against complaining. Someone always approaches things with optimism and a positive attitude. Those are the things that you can think about when it comes to your core values. And as you start defining that, you build this thing around you. So think about it from the perspective of what would you love for the people around you? Because it's often easier to see virtue in other people than it is to see it in ourselves. Because for other people we see the front that they're projecting at us. For ourselves, we also know our deepest and darkest insecurities, that we never get to truly learn with most people in our lives. And so because of that, we can see, oh, this person is doing great because of this, and this. So think about that fictitious person that's going to be with you 24/7. What core values, what core ways of thinking, what things that they deem important would you like to have in that person? And then ask yourself, how well do I encompass these things myself? How well am I doing on the things that I say are truly important to me? Those are some of the questions to ask yourself. And then I'm going to give you one more to clearly define how to shield yourself from the negativity of other people. And that is, think of the people that you admire most. They can be people you see online, people you have in your life, or even historical figures. And once you think about those people, why do you admire them so much? And don't think about the materialistic things. Think about the qualities that they have that allowed them to get those things. They can be things like being hardworking. They can be things like discipline. They can be a sense of humor. They can be things like confidence. Whatever it is, think about the people you admire most and why you admire them. And here's the good news. The fact that you can recognize those things in other people means that you have within you already the qualities to emulate that yourself. Because if you didn't know what empathy was, you wouldn't feel sorry for other people. If you didn't know what discipline and being hardworking is, you wouldn't recognize that in other people as well. You already know these things. Now it is time to start getting clear. Literally get out a pen and a piece of paper and write out what you find important in life and what you absolutely do not fuck with. So for example, for a vegan it would be, I do not fuck with meat or animal products. For you it might be something completely different. What are your absolute no-goes in life? And then once you get criticism, once you get flack from someone who has those negative qualities, your no-goes, you can laugh in the face of their criticism. You can laugh in the face of their disrespect. You can laugh in the face of them calling you names. Because you know that you would never in a million years want to be like them. And if you would not want to be like someone giving you shit, why the fuck are you caring about their opinions? And the truth is, you shouldn't. So once you get clear on what you stand for, what you don't stand for, what you find valuable in life, and what you absolutely disregard, once you get clear on those things, it becomes incredibly easy to shrug off any negativity. And with this, there are two quick mindsets that I want to give you. Number one, hatred and negativity doesn't come from people who feel satisfied about their own lives. Their hatred, their negativity, their criticism comes from them feeling bad about themselves and their own lives. Think about it. If someone who is genuinely happy, enjoying life, will that person go out of their way to make other people feel worse about themselves? Of course not, right? Someone who is truly happy doesn't care about that shit. They don't need to put other people down in order to feel good, because they already feel good. So that is one of the biggest unlocks. The people outside of this zone here, who are giving you shit, they are deeply hurt people themselves. There's this quote, hurt people. Meaning that hatred does not come from someone who is in a good mood. And then the final thing, the final most liberating mindset ever that I want to give you. For that you can click this video right here. That's gonna teach you that principle. That's gonna truly help unlock your way to not giving a shit about what other people think about you, so that you can live your authentic life. So go ahead, give this video a quick thumbs up and watch that one next after this.